Hey, fifth grade. This week we are talking about symmetry. There are two kinds of symmetry that we're going to talk about. The first one is bilateral symmetry. That is when you cut it down the middle and the sides are the same, like a butterfly. A butterfly has bilateral symmetry. The other symmetry that we're looking at is radial symmetry. That's like a piece of pizza or pie. If you take the circle, you take a piece out, it is the same as all of the other pieces. So there's a couple videos for you to watch, and there are three or four different websites for you to visit. I have a little video for you to watch right after this with all the instructions on how to use each website and create your own symmetry. Then you're going to open a Google slide, and I've prepared one for you already, and you're going to show me one example of bilateral symmetry and one example of radial symmetry. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Here's our first website. It is Silk. It's very cool. You can just start immediately by drawing, and the lines are just crazy. They're all over the place, but this one's so easy. If you click over to start a new one, you should be able to click that third button is controls, and you can change what kind of symmetry you do. So you can see the dots, 1, 2, 3, 4 dots. And this one should give you a nice, this one's a kind of a radial symmetry. It's actually pretty much a bilateral symmetry. If you look at it carefully, it's a bilateral. But you can add, this is so cool. I did the green, and then I'm going to change colors and do a different color on top. But you can see that it's got bilateral symmetry, both horizontally and vertically. Now I'm changing the rotational symmetry to do a radial design. This one is very cool. I'm adding another color. Oh my gosh, I love this one so much. It's very cool. This website is very interesting. So when you're done, go to, save picture. And then it'll give you the directions how to save your picture to your drive. So do that. Let's go to our second website. This one is Inspiration something or other. When you click on symmetry, you can choose horizontal symmetry. It draws that line right for you down the middle. You can draw any kind of cool stuff. Oh, that's neat. You can erase it or you can undo. You can also change your brush size. You can change what kind of brush. There's a ton. You can change your color. Now, I clicked vertical and it gave me both. So you have to unclick it if you change your mind, okay? So then I'm trying all the different axes. It's not going to be perfect because they're all different sizes. You want each piece to be the same. So I chose a 4 and an 8. So right now I have all these pieces of the same size. And then when I draw in one, it draws in all of them. So they all match. It's very cool. So I can change my color. I can add whatever I want. And every time I add something, it's going to add it to each piece. Very neat. So click on Save. You can choose a blank background or a colored background, and it'll show you how to save it to your drive. This third one has a lot of options. The top says reflectional symmetry. It gives you different options for where you want your reflection line to be. And you can just draw on that. You can also add shapes to each side if you want. That blob box is a paint bucket. You can change the thickness of your line. You can clear it. You can change what kind of line you make. I've moved into rotational symmetry. I picked a 4, so there's 4 pieces of my pie. So I'm making, I don't know what I'm making. It looks like some kind of weird doodle thing. Kind of Keith Haring-y. I'm not sure what's happening. I'm just going to keep coloring it in, see what happens. Remember that every time I add something, it adds it to the other sections as well. Maybe make this a flower? I don't know. I guess we'll see. Color around the outside. That's interesting. Blue and orange, remember, are complementary colors, so those should look good together. I'm going to add some dots over here. That's weird. Starting over. Here we go. I'm pretty sure I just made the exact same shape. Let's see what I get. I'm going to add like some leaves. Maybe I'll turn this into a flower. There we go. Make that a petal. That's kind of cute. Maybe make the stem green. Add a little leaf here. No, I don't like it. Clear. let's just save it. Save it, it opens a new window, and I can just drag and drop it into my Google slide, or you can save it to your drive. The fourth website is an Escher website. It's very cool. If you remember tessellations in fourth grade, this is how we're making tessellations. It will make these tiny little patterns. It's like you're making a little wallpaper. Every time you write one thing, it draws it all over the place. You can change the colors after you draw it or before. I like the pink a lot. And just make something cool. Now each one of these, if you can see, I made a little radial symmetry. So each one of these little circle things that I've designed is an example of radial symmetry. So you can use an Escher background like this for your radial symmetry example if you would like. And then click down at the bottom, click on picture, and it'll save it to your drive. Then you go to Google Slides. Open up your Symmetry Google slide. The third slide is your slide. So the first one's directions, the second one is my sample. I have a bilateral sample. Let me get this sample picture out of the way. And you can see I have one radial symmetry sample with 4 different sides and a bilateral with 2 matching sides. So those are my 2 samples. I've labeled them. You put your name and then label your 2 pieces and submit it in Google Classroom. That's it. Your comics were really funny. If you have a comic that you didn't turn in yet, please turn it in. I'm still going to give you guys full credit, okay? I want to see what you guys got. So send it in. I love to hear from you guys. Send me comments. I'll write you back. I promise. All right. Hope everybody's doing great. Bye.